Welcome back to Northwest News. In this week's edition, we cover Alpha Sigma Alpha's male beauty pageant, Mr. Northwest, St. Jude's haircutting philanthropy event, Cut Loose, and more. Your Northwest News starts right now.
Thanks for tuning in to Northwest News, the show where we provide the latest coverage on the Northwest Missouri State University campus and in the Maryville community. I'm Katie Bird.
And I'm Shelby Singleton. Before we get into this week's episode, be sure to hit that notification bell for the latest news coverage as well as other KNWT content.
Last week, Alpha Sigma Alpha held a philanthropy event with all funds raised going to the Special Olympics. The event, called Mr. Northwest, pitted a single fraternity member from each chapter in a beauty-style pageant competition. I was able to attend to find out more about Alpha Sigma Alpha's event. On the evening of Thursday, February 29th, the annual Mr. Northwest pageant was held in the Mary Lynn Auditorium. This event is a philanthropy fundraiser for Alpha Sigma Alpha, with over $5,300 raised for Special Olympics. Haley Hahn, member of Alpha Sigma Alpha, gave insight on all of the organizing that went into the event.
So Mr. Northwest is a male beauty pageant that we do every year, and so one guy from each fraternity is going to compete, and so this year they'll be doing a little dance competition with another Alpha. They'll be doing one of their special talents, so I'm excited for everyone to see those. And then they're also going to be playing Are You Smarter Than a Fifth Grader? So that'll be fun. And then the whole reason for this is we will donate all the money that we make and send it to Special Olympics, because that's one of our philanthropies. And so it's really exciting to get to support them and just tell everyone about it. And then, yeah, get to donate all of that money towards them. So I actually got to be a co-chair for it my freshman year. And then this year we have McKenna and Carson in charge of it. And they've done an amazing job. And so we do have the Instagram, which is kind of our publicity for it. But there's a lot of behind the scenes work. And so they do so much that many people don't see, and people will just see the final product. But they have to do a lot of communication between them and the fraternities to get members, a lot of practice, a lot of prep. They have to work with people from the pack and to figure out all the lighting and the sounds and everything. They make the scripts, and they've just put in a lot of work for this, and I'm super excited to see how it turns out tonight. I think my favorite part is just seeing like the crowd involvement, because these guys have been working really hard and their talents are amazing. At the rehearsal, I got to watch all of them, and it's just really cool to see what they are passionate about and what their talents are, but also getting to see the crowd from all of Panhellenic and Interfraternity Council and honestly all of campus come see and cheer for them, and it's just super exciting. It's just such a big campus-wide thing.
Spencer Cupp won this year's pageant. He spoke on his reaction to the win.
I've grown up being a choir kid and everything, so like whenever they said talent, like singing was kind of my only option. But yeah, so I'm the president of Sigma Tau Gamma. You know, it's really cool to bring home the win. Obviously, any sort of accolades for the fraternity as a whole, and it's kind of like a personal little like notch on the belt. It's really good.
For more information, visit Mr. Northwest_ASA on Instagram. This is Katie Bird reporting for Northwest News.
Congratulations to Spencer Cupp of Sigma Tau Gamma and everyone else who was participating. Alpha Sigma Alpha raised more than $5,000 with all proceeds going straight to the Special Olympics. Now stick with us as we take you through this week's highlight of the Missourian, as reported by editor Hannah Claywell.
As the second semester continues toward the end of the year, there is still one big event students are looking forward to: the spring concert held by the Student Activities Council.
This year, Northwest will be hosting musician Russell Dickerson at 7 p.m. on April 19th in the Carl and Cheryl Hughes Fieldhouse. Dickerson is a country singer and songwriter.
There is a lot that goes into planning the spring concert. Co-directors of concert programming, Emily Hansen and Olivia Roosbaum, are in charge of the behind-the-scenes process.
Hansen said, "Back when we first officially signed with Russell Dickerson, I got a folder from his team with pictures and songs and all his branding he uses."
Hansen handles the marketing side of planning, while Roosbaum handles the logistics. Roosbaum said some of her tasks are getting volunteers for the event and making sure spaces like hotel rooms and dressing rooms are reserved.
One big aspect of making sure the concert gets running and goes smoothly is communication with the university. Roosbaum said the concert impacts so many different departments that communication is important to keep things moving.
Hansen said there is a timeline that has to be followed to keep them on track. Every month there are different tasks that have to be accomplished by the end of the month.
Hansen said, "We're not saving anything until the last month to finish. Everything for the concert should be done at least 2 weeks or a month before the concert. It's pretty exciting, but also nerve-wracking."
Some students have been unhappy with the decision of having 2 country artists on campus in a row. It has not gone unnoticed by Hansen or Roosbaum. Hansen said they have to look at the demographics of Maryville and what's good not only for Northwest, but for the community as well.
For more on these stories, be sure to check out NWMissouriNews.com or pick up a paper out of the boxes on campus.
When we come back, reporter Libby Ehlers takes us to SAC's game show night in the PAC and more. You're watching Northwest News.
KNWT for Hire is all about sharing a story, a message, and connecting the community. We cover a multitude of events, both within the university and Maryville. We roll in, we set up, and we capture. We're here to offer an experience, not only for those present, but for all.
Northwest Tower Yearbook has dedicated over a century to documenting life on campus and in the Maryville community. The award-winning organization has numerous Pacemaker Awards and a spot in the Associated Collegiate Press Hall of Fame. Learn more about Tower at the handles below.
Thank you for sticking with us and welcome back to Northwest News. This past week, reporter Libby Ehlers attended SAC's most recent event for the student body. But first, we take a deeper dive into another Northwest Missourian highlight as reported by news editor Hannah Claywell.
Every year, Northwest Alternative Spring Break takes a service trip to help communities in need. This year, the group is going to Florida to help the Basin Alliance with restoring shoreline and reefs.
To help cover the cost of the trip, 10 Squared Women of Nottoway County donated $9,000 to Alternative Spring Break.
10 Squared Women is a women's nonprofit organization with members from Nottoway County and the surrounding counties. The requirement to be a part of the group is a $100 donation 4 times a year. Amanda Twaddle is the founder of the organization and helps maintain the nonprofit.
We meet quarterly, typically at the Hughes Fieldhouse, and you don't have to attend the meetings, Twaddle said. We just meet and we discuss and hear presentations from organizations or nonprofits in the community. And then we vote as a group, and then that's who receives the donation for that quarter.
Twaddle said her mom and Alternative Spring Break advisor Amy Nolly nominated the group and Alternative Spring Break president Morgan Jager to come to one of the meetings to present.
Jager said there are 15 members of Alternative Spring Break going to Florida, and so far the group has raised $9,000 for the trip on top of the donation. The money from 10 Squared Women is going toward the scholarship fund the organization has set up for students who might need financial help. Jager said she doesn't want costs to be the reason people don't go on the trip.
For more on these stories, check out NWMissouriNews.com or pick up a paper out of the boxes on campus.
Next, we take you to the Ron Houston Center of the Performing Arts, where reporter Libby Ehlers was able to attend SAC's game night show.
Student Activities Council, also known as SAC, hosted a game night at the Ron Houston Center for the Performing Arts in the Maryland Auditorium, in which students were able to engage in trivia, musical challenges, and brain teasers. This event, titled Win Stuff From Anywhere, was emceed by Joseph Tran, a comedian and 2-time Magician of the Year. Throughout the night, students were able to participate alongside Tran in order to win gift cards and various prizes for their participation and knowledge of different trivia categories. Tran was initially seen by SAC at NACA, the National Association for Campus Activities. Because of his act and level of student engagement, the SAC Executive Board decided that Tran should share his talents with the Northwest Missouri State University student body. I later spoke with Caitlin Briggs, the director of late night and weekend programming, who was in charge of this event, to gain a better look at how this event came to be while also learning about the community that SAC provides.
What I generally do is I hold events on campus or off campus that bring students together, and generally they're late night events or weekends, so anytime after 5 to 8, some kind, and just basically fun events for students to come out to for free. It does take quite a bit of work, talking with the different people and working with advisors and doing that type of thing, but the most rewarding is honestly just being here and like seeing it actually come together and see all the students come together. It's like a family, and we all come together and we put on these great events, and it's definitely a good choice for anyone to do.
Following the event, I spoke with Executive Board member Abby Dewart to see just how SAC has impacted her college career and how other members of the student body should get involved.
We meet on Thursdays at 5 in the boardroom, and we kind of just hang out. We talk about events. Our big thing with SAC is that the students that get involved are going to get like the ideas for events. So if you come to SAC events or come to SAC meetings, you get a say in what we bring to campus, which is really nice.
To learn more about Student Activities Council, check out their Instagram page at NW_SAC. Reporting for Northwest News, this is Libby Ehlers.
Joseph Tran put on an amazing show for the student body. Be on the lookout for SAC's upcoming event, especially the spring concert, with tickets currently on pre-sale for $20, $25 at the door the day of the event.
When we come back, we take you to the fundraising event St. Jude's held in Lampkin Arena. You're watching Northwest News.
Counselor from Lafayette and St. Joe.
We also want to hear from you guys, so leave a...
I'm your host here at Bevins.
It's not.
So these are his
Right side pass finds Waters. A three-pointer on the way. Good.
Life happens in an instant. Let us help you be a part of it.
Take 5.
Live for you to enjoy.
Welcome back to Northwest News, the place where you can find news and whereabouts on what's happening in the Northwest and Maryville community.
On Thursday, February 29th, the St. Jude Bearcats held a fundraising event where students donated portions of their hair to raise money for a good cause. I had the chance to attend. Northwest St. Jude Bearcats held Cut Loose, an event organized for students to cut and donate their hair to children with hair loss, as well as raise money for St. Jude Children's Medical Research.
So Cut Loose is where we throw an event for people to donate at least 8 inches of their hair to children with hair loss. And we do this for St. Jude patients and other children that are affected with illnesses that cause them hair loss.
So we had about 20 participants today who cut their hair and donated it to children with hair loss. And we had about 5 who raised money for St. Jude Children's Research Hospital.
So we really just wanted to raise awareness for St. Jude and kind of let people know what we're about, what we do, and also to be able to donate hair to these children that are affected, to be able to give them that self-confidence that comes with having hair and comes with kind of the normalcy of that you lose whenever you're affected with hair loss after illnesses.
I asked participating students why they chose to donate their hair and how it felt to give back to those in need.
I chose to donate my hair just because it's for a great cause. It's just a good way to have a fresh start, and I love helping the kids that want to build their confidence. Last time my hair was down to my butt, I donated 10 inches to children with hair loss. It feels a lot different. This is the shortest I've ever had my hair, so I've always had long hair, so it's really different.
So in the past, I had donated it once before, and right now I was actually growing it out to donate it again. But when I donate my hair, it has to be at least like 12 to 11 inches, and this event was 8 inches minimum. So I was like, perfect. So I said, might as well do it right now. So the reason why I donated my hair last time was because my grandpa actually donates his hair, and he grows it out to like 14 inches. He like goes all the way, and he's like, I was like, wow, that's really cool that you donate your hair. And he was like, yeah, this is the group that I donate my hair with. You should do it too. And I had just come out of high school basically, and I had a mullet previously, and then it just kept growing into long hair. And it was like below my collarbone. So I was like, seems like a good time to donate it. So my grandpa really encouraged me and just said, yeah, do it. And so I did.
Lastly, I was able to talk with Natalie Caton, a former patient of St. Jude Hospital who had battled a rare brain tumor called primitive chordoma. Natalie shares with me about how she felt being at today's event.
Oh, it's awesome knowing that people are here supporting St. Jude and that they're willing to cut their hair and donate it to make wigs. I personally had a wig when I was younger after I lost my hair, and it was super hard for me to have photos taken when I was younger when I didn't have hair, and so I got a wig, and that made me feel a lot better. Just that I'm so thankful for everyone that came out to support St. Jude, and it's an amazing place.
For the stories that matter to you, I'm Shelby Singleton, reporting for Northwest News.
Cut Loose saw a great turnout and saw many people who either decided to cut their hair for the cause or just donate money. Bearcat St. Jude's is always looking to hold events to raise money for their respective effort.
Well, that's all the time we have for Northwest News. Be sure to go to the description below to rewatch certain sections of our show.
And be sure to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell for all the latest news and updates. This has been Northwest News. Thank you for watching.